to the river Flushing, and Esther wrapped him in the inevitable swaddling clothes. And Abraham fashioned a crib of branches. Just before Esther placed the infant into the crib, she cried, "Wait, Abi! If we come upon a heretofore unnamed child in the marketplace, how shall we know him?" The old and kindly Abraham said, "I shall place a small cut upon his eye, and it shall scar over, and thus we shall know him."
Like Harry Potter.
And so the old and kindly Abraham, taking his leather cutting knife, placed a small cut upon the infant's eye.
You got it right there, bud?
"Wait," cried Esther. "What now?" said the old and increasingly unkind Abraham. "We have not named our 12th child." "Fine," replied Abraham, "we shall call him Schlomoe." And so with a heavy heart, the somewhat relieved Abraham placed Schlomoe in the crib made of branches in the river
Flushing.
And yada yada yada. We have some like flowing music, some like and
yeah.
the trial drifted down the river Flushing, and the crib came to a stop in a little inlet, and lo, Anne of Flushing
73rd
was
Avenue.
washing her clothing at the river, and saw the crib and the infant wrapped in swaddling clothes, and picked up the child and held her up to his breast and said, "I shall take you home to live with my other 3 children, and you shall be as one with them," said Anne of Flushing. And thus she did. And Anne of Flushing presented the child, known to the Rosen Gardens as Schlomoe, to John of Corona, Anne's husband. And John of Corona responded, "This is the 5th child I have picked out of the river Flushing. Is this the one you really want?" "Yes, yes," said Anne of Flushing. "This is the special one." "Fine," responded John of Corona. "He's a keeper." "What shall we name him?" asked Anne. "We shall call him Patrick." I did. You can scribbly. And so Anne of Flushing and John of Corona brought Patrick, formerly known as Schlomoe, still wrapped in swaddling clothes, to their home. And there he met Brother Daniel, whose name in Hebrew is wisdom. And Brother John.
Now I know why he
And Brother John, whose name in Hebrew is courage. And Sister Tricia, whose name is "Can we go now?" in Iroquois. And John of Corona said to the infant, "Your sibling shall provide for you for 49 years, but upon your 50th birthday, you shall provide for your sibling." And the infant laughed and giggled in agreement. And so the siblings grew up, and Daniel taught Patrick the gift of language and reason and speech. And John taught Patrick the gift of athletic skill and grace. And Tricia taught Patrick the gift of confusion. And the children did the things of children. Daniel read books in the library, and John competed on the athletic field, and Tricia smoked cigarettes in the back of the church. But Patrick, secretly known as Schlomoe, opened a lemonade stand. And upon that stand, the sign above it said "Lemonade" and derivatives, 0 coupon bonds. And from that day, Patrick accumulated great wealth. But some doubts lingered. After taking a shower with Brother Patrick, Brother Daniel, suddenly lapsing into Elizabethan English, said, "Methinks something lurks foul in Denmark." "For God's sake, speak English," Brother John said. "What do ye mean?" "Well," opined Brother Daniel, "Brother Patrick is strong of heart and stout of body, but small of penis." "Ye are brother?" "Verily, an odds
What about
body,"
the
replied John, suddenly lapsing into Elizabethan English. "An anatomical anomaly unaccounted for."
But luckily, only my 25 friends are here.
It'll be on YouTube in a little while.
Let us mention this no more, Counselor Brother Daniel. John, lapsing into his inner Lincoln, said, and with malice towards none and charity towards all, we shall mention this no more. And so the siblings went off into the world. Patrick, formerly known as Schlomoe, which apparently means small in Hebrew, and his two brothers, Daniel and John, and Trisha, whose name means we're out of here in Algonquin.